Now, another important topic, Delimitation Commission. Delimitation Commission is an important topic, as well as there have been a UPSC question also. Okay. Now, we have already discussed the concept of delimitation. What is delimitation? Limiting the boundary of a constituency. That is what is called as delimitation. Okay. And to do that function, an independent body will be constituted by a law, parliamentary law, and that body is called as Delimitation Commission. Their job is to do the delimitation exercise based on the latest census, and after completion of that exercise, their job will be done. Okay. And for that to see, normally I already discussed in Article 329. Article 329 is talking about delimitation. And I told you that Delimitation Commission's recommendation cannot be challenged. Okay. So that we will see it. Okay. Now we will see the core points regarding delimitation. Okay. So delimitation is nothing but the act or process of fixing the limits or boundaries of a territorial constituency. It can be assembly constituency or Lok Sabha constituency. Okay. Now, this function of delimitation is given to a body, in India it is called as Delimitation Commission. In some other place they will be called as Boundary Commission, but so the Delimitation Commission is the body who will perform the delimitation exercise in India. So under Article 82 of our Constitution, Article 82 of our Constitution says that the Parliament by law can enact a delimitation act after every census. So Article 82 of our Constitution has given the power to the Parliament to enact a law, that is what is called as Delimitation Act, after every census, and set up this Delimitation Commission. Okay. But note down, as of now, after every census we have not enacted Delimitation Act. Only, as of now, only 4 times, this is a very important point. Okay. Only 4 times the Parliament have enacted this Delimitation Act. So it means only 4 times we have set up the Delimitation Commission. Okay. So once the Parliament enact a law, what is that law? What is that law? Dealing with the Delimitation Act. Once the Parliament enact a law, then what will happen? The central government will constitute a Delimitation Commission. Okay. So we will deal it. Okay. Now, so we know that it is the Delimitation Commission which demarcates the boundaries of the parliamentary constituency as well as the assembly constituency. Okay. Now, so the latest delimitation, okay, the latest delimitation exercise happened after the 2001 census. Okay, after the 2001 census, we had one more census, 2011 census, but after there's a reason why. So, after the 2000 census, the Parliament have enacted the Delimitation Act after the 2000 census. So this is the last time we had the Delimitation Act. Okay, the Parliament enacted the Delimitation Act 2002, and based on that, Delimitation Commission was set up, and the current Lok Sabha constituency, the boundary, and the Assembly constituency boundary is based on the recommendation of this Delimitation Commission set up after the Delimitation Act 2002. So while enacting this Delimitation Act 2002, Constitution was specifically amended in 2002, while the Constitution also amended. For what purpose the Constitution amended? To say that the next delimitation will be done only after the first census, this is very important point, okay. See, after the Delimitation Act 2002, it said that the next delimitation of the constituencies will be done after the first census, after the 2026 census. So when will be the after 2026, when will be the next census? It will be, see, we are having census like this. 2020 means we had 2001, we had 2011, now 2021 we will be having the census, okay. So but it's saying that, so the next census after 2026 will be 2031. So the next delimitation act and the next delimitation commission will be set up only after the 2031 census, okay. But be very clear, this is the provision. The constitution was amended. The constitution was amended to add this clause saying that after the Delimitation Act 2002, the next delimitation will happen after 2026, whichever census after 2026 is happening. So after 2026, the next census will be that. It is not mentioning about 2031, okay. But naturally, the way the government is doing the census is that it is after 10 years on a regular basis. So the census will be 2031 census only. So we can expect after that census only. So normally it will be the next year. We will be having so the next Delimitation Act will be on, the Parliament will be enacting it in the year 32, December, or 31 means it will take some time to get the accurate data, okay. So that you note down. So also remember, as of now, the Parliament have come up with only in 4 times through delimitation, or delimitation commission was set up only for 4 times. That is after the first census, second census and third census. After the third census, there was a time gap. See, after 1973, after a gap only, we had the 4th Delimitation Act. Again, there is a time limit. Then we are going to have so you can see that, okay, a 30 years gap is coming. So same, a 30 years gap will be there. See, actually what will happen, basically our population started getting stabilized. Earlier, our aim is to have a proportional representation, okay. And there are many factors are there while taking into when we do the delimitation exercise, okay. See, we have freezed the after this third delimitation, we have freezed the number of seats for the Lok Sabha constituencies. See, what happened? There are 2 reasons are there. One, the southern states may lose the number of Lok Sabha seats. Why? Southern states, they were able to control the birth. They were able to control the population. Now, what is happening? What is our constitution says that the constituencies shall be based on proportional representation. Every Lok Sabha constituency in India should have proportional. So what will happen? The mostly highly populated states will get more number of Lok Sabha constituencies, and states where population was controlled. So in the 1971 census delimitation, the Parliament come with the consensus that the Lok Sabha constituency seats given to each state will be freezed. That's why in the 2002 delimitation exercise, only the number of seats allocated for the states were not changed. For Lok Sabha, they were not changed. What they have done is, within the state, they try to ensure proportional representation. Now, and then second point is that why a time gap is given. You know that, okay, this period was a period our population was exploding. In one census itself, there was a huge variation in the population. But you know that emergency is also famous for population control. Okay. Anyway, now actually our population is almost getting stabilized. Okay. Most probably after there is a chance that, okay, if there is consensus within all the political parties, there will be change in the number of seats for each states being given. So there is a chance. Now what is the problem? Once it's difficult to reduce Kerala is having 20 Lok Sabha seats. Do you think that the Kerala people or the Kerala political parties will allow to reduce the number of Lok Sabha constituencies? So in order to ensure proportional representation, what is the possibility? Increase the seats in those states. Okay, so what will happen? UP in states like UP, they will be Kerala, they will you be happy with 20. So states like UP may have 85 or 86 or something like that. So that's why you know that new parliament is coming. Do you have the number? The government have thought about everything. With that in mind, they are silent about the number of seats, but the people MPs who can sit in that the new Lok Sabha is more than the what is 540. You add 543 and plus the Rajya Sabha, but the number of seats in our new parliament is more than. So they are looking into this latest census. Okay, but all these things will happen only if there is any consensus between all the major political parties. Okay, so these things you keep in mind. Okay, another important point regarding this delimitation commission, the power of delimitation commission is that the delimitation commission orders. Okay, see their function is only one thing, to do the delimitation exercise, that is to fixing the boundary limits of each constituency. Okay, be very clear, it includes parliamentary constituency as well as assembly constituency. Okay, so the order they make, the orders these delimitation commission will give, will have the force of law. The orders the delimitation commission gives has the force of law and cannot be called in question before any court, including the Supreme Court. Till now no one has challenged. We discussed that point in the last class. Why? Okay, so these orders given by the delimitation commission will come into force on a particular date specified by the President of India. So the orders given by the delimitation commission will come into force once it is specified by the President. Now the copies of the orders of the delimitation commission will be laid before both the houses of parliament as well as the state legislative assembly concerned. Means for example, in the Kerala assembly, which the order regarding the Kerala constituency only will be placed. They are not concerned about the Tamil Nadu or any other states. So like that. But most important is that their orders, there will be no modifications are permissible. Only it will be placed in the parliament and the state legislature. The parliament and the state legislature, they cannot change it. And that cannot be questioned in court also. This important point you keep in mind. Okay. Now in 2012, okay, after normally this is a time period where census is there and delimitation act have to be passed. But since we had a freezing point till after 2026 census, so but at that time period UPSC asked a question as a normal. They asked a question regarding delimitation commission. Okay, what is the question regarding delimitation commission? The orders of the delimitation commission cannot be challenged in a court of law. That statement is correct. When the orders of the delimitation commission are laid before the Lok Sabha or state assembly, they cannot affect any modification in the orders. That statement is also correct. Okay, so both the statements are correct. Answer will be C. Okay.